Hello, thanks for joining me today on my channel. This is Discovering My Dividends. And if you're getting into buying and selling stocks, maybe you're a little bit, uncertain as to how you should do things, or maybe you do have a clear idea, and then the next day you have a totally different idea as to how you should do things. So that kind of brings me to today's topic, which is if you're going to buy and sell, you need to be clear on your strategy and kind of stick to it. Now, it doesn't mean you can't change the strategy at any given time, but there should be some evaluation to it, and it should really match up with what your overall goals are. But if you're changing your strategy just to suit the trade, or just to suit the stock price, or just to suit the stock that you're buying, I think you're going to have trouble really making money in the long run, because you have to have that strategy that's going to kind of say, I want to hold here, I want to sell here, I want to hold here, I want to buy here, whatever is going on. You want to know how you're going to deal with each situation, and there might be things that come up that you've never dealt with before, and if your emotion gets in the way, or if you kind of get in a hurry because you want to make a trade, that can sometimes really affect how much you're going to make on a trade. I think by having that strategy in place and knowing how you want to do certain things, you're going to find that you're going to be a lot more consistent with earning some profits, and you're going to eliminate those times when you're probably going to lose money. That doesn't mean you can't lose money by having a strategy, but I think you're going to put yourself in a much better place, and you'll find that you're going to have a far more consistent outcome than if you're just kind of winging it every time you throw it out there. So for instance, today when I'm doing a trade, I ended up doing a trade just recently. It maybe was not the best trade I've done, but if I'd done the trade an hour ago, the stocks were really still coming down. The ones I was looking at, and a lot of stocks are up today, so that kind of also makes me a little bit hesitant, because I kind of hitting the market on an upturn, and maybe this stock will come down more tomorrow or the next day. That is possible. But on the other hand, I do feel like this stock is kind of in that place where it's kind of near a low for this period, and has potential turnaround in the next few months. So regardless of whether it actually does that turnaround today, which I wanted to, or if it does it over the next few months, I still feel like I'm going to get this stock on a buy and a sell, and I'm going to make some money off of it one way or the other. Of course, we want to do our strategy to the peak of efficiency, but on the other hand, by buying it, if I'd brushed the sale, I wouldn't have got the drop that I did today, and I don't feel like I would have got the potential turnaround that I'm looking for. So with that being said, having a strategy did help me to make that decision today, and I wouldn't say I'm necessarily the best trader, but having a strategy, sticking to it, and knowing why I'm buying and selling and what I'm trying to accomplish definitely had some effect on how that trade played out. Now, I do have a link down below. If you're new to trading, I do in Canada have the broker I use, but I also have a new to trading checklist. So if you're not sure how to get started, some of the things you might want to think about, check out that checklist. It might help you to figure out how you want to position yourself and things you want to be aware of before you start trading. All right, thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.